the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network, as tonight we are here with the OP Racing Grand National Series as they bring you the Crosby Showdown presented by Jeff Crosby Sr. Thank you very much for having me here tonight. I am your host. My name is KR Stolfus, and I am ready to bring you qualifying action to kick off tonight, and we start by watching the 88 of Gabe Butler as he makes his way across the start-finish line to begin his first timed lap. The 88 of Gabe Butler, one of our championship contenders. Butler, not the only championship contender that's out here tonight. Several others are. One driver who has locked himself in, that is Kody Neagles. He got locked in with the win last week, so he will be the man to look out for. He's got nothing to lose and just wants to go out there and maybe try and win another race. We'll keep an eye on him and see how things work out for him. Austin Green in the 87. One of the first drivers to put in a time, finding themselves in the top 5. Gabe Butler right now, quick time at a 50.11. Anthony English, driver of the 44. English, one of the few drivers who is in all 3 championship series. As the 44 goes across the start-finish line, drivers have 2 minutes, 10 seconds left to get their qualifying lap in. Jeff Crosby Jr., driver of the 33, making his way out onto the speedway and across the start-finish line. As he slows it down. Robert Morrison out on the speedway. And he shuts his down. So let's move on into our national anthem. No one go anywhere. We'll be back with tonight's starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as our drivers are now beginning to roll out for the grid. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Crosby Showdown starting lineup presented by Jeff Crosby Sr. on the inside of row number 1. That is the 88 of Gabe Butler with a quick time of 50.111. To his outside, that is the 62 of Les Levy. Les Levy making a rare appearance here on Wednesday night. We'll see how well he does with that great qualifying time. Richard Sanchez in the 510 on the inside of row number 2. To the outside, that is the 43 of Dana Shepard. Kody Neagles in the 6 on the inside of row 3. To the outside, the 44 of Anthony English. Row number 4 going to be made up of Dawson Wise and Eric Laurie. Row 5, the 66 of Bubba Winningham and the 53 of Dave Hunt. Row number 6 will be the 85 of Adam Kilday and the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Row 7, Jeff Crosby Sr. to the outside. Jeff Crosby Jr. to the inside and Nate Warren in the 2 to the outside. Crosby Sr. on the inside of row 8 with Vicente Guerrero to his right door. Row number 9, Andy Brigante and Austin Green. Row 10, Travis Elliott and Robert Morrison. And our last driver to take a qualifying time, that is the 3 of Alex Green on the inside of row number 11. Sebastian Marin to the outside. Row 12 will be David Overstreet and David Livingston. Row 13, David Booth and Lynn McNeese. And our final starting spot here tonight, Ivan Garcia in the 888. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at our race info for tonight. Kody Neagles picked up the win last week, something I mentioned very briefly, but it does advance him into the championship 8. And we still have 2 rounds left, so we'll have 2 more chances for our championship 12 to get locked in. Let's not forget though, non-championship contenders can still win the race, and I have a feeling at least one of them in this round or there will be at least one in this round of championship 12. We will have our stage break at halfway, and there is one fast repair available to the drivers here tonight. So the Legacy Daytona track, it's bumpy and it's going to be rough here in these next gen cars. They are very low to the ground, but the green flag is out. We are underway, and we're going to see just how well everyone can work together here tonight. As Sanchez in the 510 makes a good start, and already that bottom lane showing that it is mean in business, and Sanchez goes right to the top. I believe that to be Zach Fritsch down on the inside, dropping to the tail here. Zach Fritsch didn't want to be in the thick of things, so he drops to the back. Kody Neagles in the 6. He takes over the top spot, slides up to the high side. Now Dawson Wise in the 98. leads down on the inside lane. Andy Brigante takes a scenic route down the straightaway and does not come down pit road. Not sure if that was a bump he didn't like to the back bumper or if he had to take evasive action. But everyone blends back in, and now that outside lane being led by the 6 of Kody Neagles has all the momentum on its side. I want to give a shout out and thank you to everyone who's chiming in on YouTube. Rick Rat came in earlier, 5:10 for the win. I agree. The 5:10 looking very fast right now. Derek Donna, how you doing? And Parent is in here. It looks like Wildcat Robbie Morrison cheering for the 855. Kevin Neagles is here and Derek Donna. Guys, thank you very much for saying hello. Don't forget to cheer loudly and often for your favorite driver. And, you know, maybe it doesn't have to be your favorite driver. Maybe you need to express your feelings to a driver who isn't your favorite. Just ask you keep it PG-13. Ginger Parrot chiming in. How you doing, Ginger? It's Kody Neagles trying to fend off Richard Sanchez and Gabe Butler, but the yellow flag is going to come out for the first time tonight, and several cars involved in this one. Adam Kilday in the 85, one of them taking the hard hit. Sebastian Marin involved, Travis Elliott. On board with the 85 of Kilday. Man, just a hard impact into that outside wall. No shot, no warning. No shot at making a move to avoid it. 66 Bubba Winningham, the 51 of Travis Elliott made contact, and the 51 just can't quite catch it going into the corner. Alex Green gets a piece of it. Nate Warren. The yellow flag is out for the first time tonight. And Gabe Butler electing not to come down pit road. Everyone else hits pit lane. Kevin Neagles is cheering on Vicente. All right, Vicente. Better do something. Vicente right now on pit road. Almost everyone came down pit road. Looks like 4 drivers stayed out. Gabe Butler, Jeff Crosby Jr., Jeff Crosby Sr., and David Overstreet. These 4 drivers did not hit pit lane. Nobody can make it to the end of the stage from here on fuels. So they still will have to make one more stop. Possibility exists, though, that these top 4 just didn't want to come down such a busy pit road. Ginger wants to cheer for the flagman, and absolutely, that flagman, man, he's up in the flag stand. No helmet, no fire suit. Never moves a muscle until he has to move a flag, so you know he's conserving his energy. And that's a good sign that they are not supplying him with the proper water that he needs. We take a look at the weather here. 74-degree day, but the racetrack at 111, so you know that heat is coming up and just cooking that poor flagman. Oh, just unbelievable. Can we get that poor guy some water? Ginger, we'll let him know that you're cheering for him. All right, so the top 4 do stay out. Lights should go out this time around on our Ford Mustang. I mean, look, that flagman not moving a muscle. He's doing everything he can to stay conservative in his energy consumption. Oh dear. So the lights are out on the Ford Mustang. We're stacked up side by side once again. Gabe Butler, Jeff Crosby Jr. on the front row for this restart. Looks like Butler electing to restart on the outside lane. Row number 2, Jeff Crosby Sr. and David Overstreet. Overstreet running a new or plain Jane paint scheme. I have not seen this out of the 68. So, not sure what paint scheme was supposed to be here, or sponsors, or if they're looking for sponsors. I have no notes. Usually I have some notes on that, and I got nothing. All right, so here we go on to the front stretch. We get ready to get back after it as the green flag is out once again. Gabe Butler in the 88 trying to hold on to the race lead. They go into the corner now at the start of the race. We saw that bottom lane. Everyone took advantage of the momentum through the corners and sliding up to the outside. Will Jeff Crosby Jr. make the same move? Gabe Butler in the 88. Big wiggle out of the 15. He tacks that back bumper just a little bit. Now that the dust has settled on our first caution of the night, Sebastian Marin, Adam Kilday, they both have gone a lap down. Electing to spend that extra time on pit road to fix their damage instead of burning a fast repair. So we still have all 27 cars in the race, but 2 of them are 1 lap down. Jeff Crosby Jr. and Sr. still on this inside line, but they are falling back very quickly. Remember, Jeff Crosby Jr. started up alongside the 88 of Gabe Butler, and Butler in that outside lane is starting to pull away. And now the 33 to the inside. He is well off the pace here, trying to find somewhere to blend back in. Looks like the 888 gonna pick him up. New fast lap of the race. That goes to the driver of the 071 in John Deere green. That is Eric Laurie. Laurie moving through the field with a 46.938. Sebastian Marin in the 23 making big moves there. 1 into the wall. That's Lynn McNeese in the 84. Eric Laurie, Jeff Crosby Jr. As contact going into the corner, and our second yellow flag is coming out for the night. And we were on board with Eric Laurie for that one. Looked like the 84 of Lynn McNeese. In the moment of being 3 wide, just got into the corner hot. Ran up the racetrack. That was that. Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33 had nowhere to go. Travis Elliott in the 51's got to be thinking, man, how did I get involved in another one? Elliott, though, was able to get it slowed down. And so the 23 is Sebastian Marin. I believe he will receive the free pass. As everyone comes onto pit road, they still will have 25 laps to go before the end of the stage. And there goes the 23. He is back on the lead lap. Ivan Garcia stays out. So Garcia not coming down pit road. Garcia did hit pit road on lap 4. Gabe Butler in the 88 wins the race off of pit lane. So with all that being said, now only one car is not in our lead pack. That is the 27 of Adam Kilday. He's the only driver 1 lap down. Eric Laurie, Jeff Crosby Jr., Alex Green, extensive stays on pit road. Kilday with a long pit stop as well. So they are all still trying to get the damage fixed on their race car. 23 is Sebastian Marin down and away. He is going to get by Eric Laurie and Alex Green. All right, lights should go out on the pace car this time by. Ivan Garcia does not hit pit road on his second and final chance. So the 888 gonna stay out there, and we'll see if he elects the inside lane, and he does. Ginger Parent wants to know what the over-under is for tonight. And let me run the numbers here real quick. I'm going to go with the house calls. The house calls 6. 6 cautions on the night. Place your bets now for over or under. Let me know how much you are betting. Right now, everything is 500 to 1. $500 to 1 right now. If you get your bets in, when the green flag comes out, it will drop down to I gotta do more math. 67 to 1. And each lap drops the payout by $1. By the end of it, when it's 69 of 70 laps, it's a 1-to-1 payout. Dan Parent with a gazillion internet bucks saying over. Derek Dada saying over. Ginger Parent saying over. If Dan Parent wins, we're going to retire off of him. Elon Musk will be calling him for a loan. Green flag is back out. Side by side, Gabe Butler in the 88. Oh, the 888 holding on to it. He's in big trouble. Ivan Garcia through the grass, and the yellow flag comes out. Bubba Winningham slow. And that started with the driver of the 888. Not sure what caused him to get kind of out of shape, but for sure things went south for him. See if we can't take another look here. '87 takes a hard shot into the outside wall of Austin Green. So our third caution of the night comes out. Once again, everyone back onto pit road. Nobody stayed out. Adam Kilday in the 85 does get the free pass. All 27 cars are back on the lead lap. Dana Shepard, David Livingston, Anthony English, Jeff Crosby Sr., Austin Green, Robert Morrison, David Booth, all spending an extensive amount of time on pit road. Shepard in the 43, the first one that we can see from this camera shot. A lot of work being done on that race car. Austin Green in the 87, we saw him smack that outside wall head first. Good to see him rolling. David Booth gets rolling. So Shepard, English, Kilday, and Morrison still having to work on their cars, and here comes Kilday. And the lights go out on the Ford Mustang. Gabe Butler in the 88, once again choosing the outside lane. Richard Sanchez in the 510. Down on the inside for the restart. Row number 2. Dawson Wise in the 98 and the 53 of Dave Hunt. Row 3 for this restart. That's the 62 of Les Levy and the 14 of Vicente Guerrero. We're going to let them loose once again. We got to get there first, and 3 cautions here very early in this race. Maybe the house has made a mistake, but oh boy. $1 gazillion is on the line for Dan Parent. Here we go, green flag back out, and away we go once again. Gabe Butler really liking this outside lane, has chosen it each time he's had a chance to. And it has worked very well for him so far. Sanchez falling back a little bit here. That 510 on the inside line, not really able to have the same sort of run that the outside lane gets. Now, if you guys can remember, we did talk about this with the 6 of Kody Neagles, and a lot of it has to do with the bumps that are at this track, how this race car bottoms out and really gets upset and loses speed through the corners as it works its way around the racetrack. So that high side a little bit smoother, a little bit safer, a little bit faster for all these drivers. And the 88 of Gabe Butler right now in control of that outside lane. So with 3 cautions on the night, stage number 1, or our only stage, for our only stage break, going to end at the completion of lap 35. So here comes the first round of green flag pit stops. That gives the lead to the 53 of Dave Hunt. Everyone will have to hit pit road. pretty sure. It's going to be a bit of a stretch. The guys who do not come down pit lane. So Hunt out in front, 53 on that high side. Nate Warren in the 2, trouble behind them. David Livingston in the 50 is going around. And he is pointed the wrong way as the yellow flag comes out. That is our 4th caution here in stage number 1. And not sure what went wrong for Livingston. Let's back it up and see if we can figure it out. 50 gets into the wall. Looks like as he tried to pull it off the wall, makes contact with David Overstreet. Take another look here. Eric Laurie with a big contact was able to hold on to it. So yellow flag comes out, and that I think is going to be a big hurt for Gabe Butler and the group of drivers who came down pit road. Because now for sure the 53 of Dave Hunt will be able to make it to the end of this stage. Or not. On the pit road he comes. So maybe not close enough. So it is going to be a huge benefit to Gabe Butler and that group of drivers, as they already made their pit stops and come away with the race lead. All right, so there we go. Once again, I can't do math and or predict the future very well. I mean, we're at 4 cautions and the house called 6. Somebody was being hopeful. So the 88 of Gabe Butler only makes it up to 4th. Zach Fritsch, Les Levy, and David Overstreet did not hit pit road. They are going to try and stay out. We'll see if they can make it to the end. All right, so the lights go out. Ford Mustang gonna hit pit road this time. Zach Fritsch, Les Levy on the front row for this restart. It's Gabe Butler and David Overstreet. All 27 cars are still out there, and they are all still on the lead lap, or have gotten back on the lead lap. All right, here we go on to the front stretch. Les Levy and Zach Fritsch take the green flag, and away we go. Onto the backstretch. Zach Fritsch in the 12 has the outside lane. 62 of Les Levy trying to get that bottom lane rolling. Fritsch in the 12 with the momentum and with that very fast 88 of Gabe Butler on his back bumper. Want to welcome all you guys who are coming in and cheering. Once again, I want to point out, I want you guys to do it loudly and do it often. We got one car into the wall there. Looks like Ivan Garcia into the wall in that 888. And I do want to clarify that at the end of the night, we will determine if a stage caution counts towards our total of 6 or not. Well, you guys will just have to wait till then and find out. And that's a house rule that has existed from the very beginning, as I'm writing it in. Stage cautions determined at the end of the night for the benefit of the house. Everybody in this top group, top lane, just set their fastest lap of the race. So business is picking up as we get close to the stage end, and the yellow flag comes out once again. Caution number 5. And Robert Morrison has a right front wheel pointed the wrong direction. Let's see if we can take a look and figure out what happened to Morrison. A contact with the 15. And this just in, the house is changing its number. It's making up the rules as it goes along. You don't like it? Pull your money out. Take your money and run. Never come back. Here we go. Let's take another look. Looks like Morrison just come down a little bit from that quick shot. Crosby Sr. nowhere to go. Got smacked. All right, so the 5th caution of the night coming out, and the house is gotta go back to the drawing board. Good grief. Dana Shepard in the 43. Quick pit stop for that race car as it rejoins the race. Shepard topping off the fuel tanks. Gonna get back out there. Morrison in the 855 has not burned a fast repair yet to fix this damage. I don't know if he has burned one earlier. But a long stay for the 855 on pit road. Same with the 15 of Jeff Crosby Sr. and the 85 of Adam Kilday. Morrison down and away, so he's got that car rolling. Kilday and Senior still working on their race cars. Right now, our race leader is the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Last time he was on pit road was lap 15. Lights go out on the Ford Mustang. We're going to line them up 2 by 2. We'll get ready to go racing once again. Marvin Overstreet over here cheering for David Overstreet. Good to have you cheering along with us. Here we go. Green flag about ready to come out as the Ford Mustang peels off for pit road. Zach Fritsch, Gabe Butler take the green flag. Just a few laps left here in the stage. And yellow flag coming out very quickly as we have a big stack up in the corner. And this is the 6th caution of the night. And the payout window is closed. Payout window is closed. The gazillion dollars has bankrupt the gambling house. We cannot pay you a gazillion dollars times 700. That is a ludicrous number, and I can't believe anybody would do something like that. Unbelievable. Here we go. Let's take a look and see what happened. 66 of Bubba Winningham tried to check up for a crash going on in front of him. Adam Kilday in the 85 gave him a good shot. Alex Green in the 3 already in trouble. As they go into the corner here, just a stack up as Sanchez in the 510 maybe got out of line, out of shape. Let's go off the back of Sanchez. You can see just the stack up that happens very quickly. Sanchez able to escape and continue on, but carnage behind him. And I believe that is going to be the stage. I am not 100% sure here, folks. And yes, that is the stage, confirmed. Thank you very much, Zach. Our stage 1 winner, that is the 88 of Gabe Butler. Let's go ahead and see if we can't get a quick word in with our stage winner. Gabe Butler, you got your ears on, bud?
I do, bud. What's going on?
Man, I'll tell you what. I'm just up here talking about racing and talking about this 88 quite a bit because it seems to be out front and bad fast.
Well, we're just trying to stay out of trouble. So, it seems to be a bit of a mess going on tonight. So, try and keep it up front and keep it clean as best we can and see what happens.
Well, we have 6 cautions now counting this stage. The house called 6 cautions on the night. How do you feel the chances are that we get through the second half of this race without any yellows?
You know, I don't normally make predictions, but I don't think we're going to do it.
So the house is going to lose some money?
I think the house is going to lose money tonight.
Oh boy. Hey, that Guinness sponsorship you got, do they want to come over and sponsor me?
I can talk to them for you.
I need a gazillion dollars.
Well, they might come up with 50 cents. I'm not sure.
Ah, crap.
Because they're pretty cheap.
All right, man. Well, this 88 is very fast, man. Congratulations on the stage win. This championship battle, you entered below the cut line here tonight. But this stage win, that's going to go a long way for you. How do you think the rest of this race is going to go for you?
Honestly, here in this car, no idea. So, like I said, just try and stay up front as best we can, and if we get caught in the field, we'll just drop out and go all the way bye-bye at the back.
All right, man. Well, shout outs, thank yous, anything you need to add?
I shout out to OP and yourself, KR, for doing fantastic broadcasts, and of course, my running partner tonight, Eric Laurie.
All right, bud. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us, and I'll get you sent back down and hanging out with your buddy Eric.
Thank you, man.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Gabe Butler, our stage winner, getting it done here tonight. We really should talk about our points as they came into this race. So stage points not accounted for here. Kody Neagles had that win already. Gabe Butler just earned himself 10 points, so he climbed the list. A win gets you into the next round, so that's going to be very important. We talked about our first time racers here on Wednesday night. Or I should say championship contenders, as we get ready to take the green flag. Butler in the 88 down on the bottom, surging ahead of the 33. Sebastian Marin in the 23, who was one lap down very early on in this race, now finds himself in second place, follows Gabe Butler to the high side. Dave Hunt stuck in the middle in that 53, and Dana Shepard in the 43, who had spent some time on pit road, had a damaged race car. Here he is, leading that inside lane as he now tries to make a move to the front of the field. Velvet and Netspy, how you guys doing? Thank you very much for coming in. Velvet cheering for Sanchez. Sounds like this is Mama Sanchez asking for a birthday wish to be granted in a race win. Well, Sanchez in that 510 right now towards the tail of the field, and that's okay. He's working with the 77 of David Booth. They might be at the tail end, but the way things are going, that could be the safest spot for him. Andy Brigante sitting on pit road. Jeff Crosby Sr. is pulling onto pit road. Not sure what has happened to Brigante that made him hit pit lane. Alex Green in the 3, still up on jack stands after that last crash. His night might be done. David Livingston has gone behind the wall. His night is done. So Livingston out, Alex Green being worked on. Andy Brigante drops the jack. He is down and away. New fast lap of the race, the 44 of Anthony English, setting the fastest lap of the race so far. Anthony English turning a 46.54, as almost everyone has gotten to the top side. Gabe Butler in the 88, Sebastian Marin in the 23, and the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. through top 3 as they ride around high, wide, and handsome right now. Robert Morrison in the 855. At one point, his right front was pointed the wrong direction. Looks like he has gotten that race car repaired and now has some momentum trying to be built down on the bottom lane. Morrison trying to ride through the bumps here at this Legacy Daytona track. That outside lane just too powerful, too strong right now. So 22 cars on the lead lap. Andy Brigante in the 13 going down a lap right there. Or another lap, I should say. Les Levy in the 62. Last car at the tail end of this group. He started on the front row for the race tonight. And now he is back there with Robert Morrison at the tail end of this group. David Booth leads our second group, and Booth down below the yellow line here. That is the 510 of Sanchez right behind him. Bubba Winningham in the 66 right there as well. And then Ivan Garcia in the 888 making a pass on Sanchez. Zach Fritsch, Eric Laurie going to be closing in on this group. Eric Laurie all by himself though. He will not be closing in on anybody. That was Zach Fritsch. What I thought was Eric Laurie. But Eric Laurie is the last car on the lead lap. Travis Elliott drops down to the inside. Elliott gonna lose some speed here. Drop to the tail of this lead pack before he can blend in. Off the roll bar of the 87 of Austin Green. Green, a newcomer here on Wednesday night. First time I have seen him out here this season. Right now, the 87 inside the top 5 has gained 13 positions from where he qualified. He is tucked in nice and tight behind the 2 of Nate Warren. As the field is closing in very quickly on Eric Laurie. Here in about a lap or 2, they will put him a lap down. With everyone migrating to the high side and running single file. Drivers last on pit road on lap 32. We might be closing in on our first full round of green flag pit stops. Gabe Butler made a green flag pit stop earlier this race. But before it was all cycled through, the yellow flag had come out. Butler made the right call at the time. Restarted with the race lead, so the 88 already having a good feel for this race. Made an excellent strategy call to hit pit road when he did. Has already won the stage. And now gets ready for the next round of green flag pit stops. Gonna have 25 laps to go as they cross the start-finish line this time. Eric Gloria in the 071 pulls down to the inside. Good heads-up move by that driver as he didn't want to be a part of this lead battle. Right now we're sitting at 5, maybe 6 cautions, depending on how things play out. And now with 24 laps to go, we should start seeing green flag pit stops within the next 3 laps. The 88 of Gabe Butler and the 23 of Sebastian Marin have continued to lead. They got that good restart. And now, once they moved up to the outside lane, almost everyone followed suit and tried to just settle in and ride around. Only the 50 of David Livingston is out of the race officially. Alex Green in the 3, he is sitting on pit road having his race car worked on. He has been there for the last 16 minutes, and chances of winning for the 3 are long and gone. But they have not pulled the scorecard for that number 3 just yet. With that being said, let's take a look at some of our other drivers in the field. The 66 of Bubba Winningham working with the 15 of Jeff Crosby Sr. Senior championship contender. He has had a rough day here. Has gone around a couple of times, been involved in a few incidents. He is one of our championship drivers. So not the night that Jeff Crosby Sr. wants to have if he wants to keep his playoff or championship hopes alive, but the 15 and the 66 working together right now at the tail end of the field. The 84 Lynn McNeese on the pit road. This could be a sign of things to come. He is the first one to hit pit lane. Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33 dropped down to the bottom. And Jr. now looks like he's going to peel off for pit road. Les Levy in the 62, the 51 of Travis Elliott. These 2 cars have been trying to work the bottom lane and build momentum and get to the front of this field. And they're slowly but surely working their way forward. But sometimes one lap they'll gain 2-3 seconds, another lap they'll fall back that same 2 or 3 seconds. So all comes down to how well they can work together. Racing's all about a game of inches. Making the right calls at the right time, being in the right place at the right time. And now the 88 has dropped down to the bottom, and that tells me he's thinking about coming to pit road next time by. 20 laps to go. Sanchez, Overstreet, Booth, Morrison all on the pit road. Gabe Butler looking like he's going to hit pit road next time and bring a majority of the field with him. And here comes Gabe Butler on the pit road. Sebastian Marin is inside. Oh, Butler with a big lockup. Alex Green in the 87. I'm sorry, Austin Green in the 87 for the first time out in front. And they are going to hit pit road this time. Butler and Marin come off of pit road. These two have broken away just a little bit from the field as the 53 of Dave Hunt trying to hold out for as long as he can and not come down pit road. And this time Dave Hunt will come down pit lane. And that will complete this green flag pit stop cycle. Butler and Sebastian Marin are going to inherit the race lead once they make their way past the 53 of Dave Hunt. Austin Green in the 87 as Kody Neagles in the 6s. We got one car down to the infield, did not plan on hitting pit road there. Was able to hold on to it, and now Green gonna get left out to dry. Kody Neagles in the 6. Dawson Wise in the 98 make a move around Austin Green and give chase to the 23 of Sebastian Marin and the 88 of Gabe Butler. They are closing in. A very slow gain as the 98 and the 87 almost make a bad bump draft there. But Kody Neagles slowly but surely reeling in the top two. We're down to 16 laps to go. Keep in mind we will use 2 attempts at a green-white checkered. Dave Hunt in the 53. Travis Elliott in the 51. The bookends for this group of 4. Dana Shepard right there with them. They're trying to close in on this 2-pack just ahead of them and start building some momentum. Nate Warren in the 2. Gladly would have the help that's coming his way. And Vicente Guerrero, this is 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. With a lap car in between them of the 66 of Bubba Whittingham. So now that this group is formed up, they might have some momentum on their side to try and track down our leader, who is now the 6 of Kody Neagles. While I was talking about that, Kody decided he was going to take over the race lead. And let's take a look and see how that happened. Kody closed in, made the move to the outside. Dawson Wise went with him, and they both make a solid run to the outside as Gabe Butler stayed down to the bottom, and the 6 comes away with the race lead. And so now Kody Neagles, who won last week, Dawson Wise in the 98 on his back bumper. In second place, Gabe Butler in the 88, rounding out your top 3. 18 cars are on the lead lap. Robert Morrison in the 855 is our last car on the lead lap. Morrison running around all by himself. He is almost 40 seconds behind the race lead. So it's only a matter of time before he goes down the lap. You can see just how quickly they are closing in on Morrison. Now with 12 laps to go, these green flag pit stops really did spread the field out. Les Levy in the 62 finds himself 15 seconds behind the race lead, and he is in 11th place. He has Anthony English, Andy Brigante, and Jeff Crosby Jr. in this group. Brigante multiple laps down. So this pack of 4, not really a threat to the leaders. They're going to need the help of a caution if they want to get back into the fight to win this race. They're just on the outside of the top 10. Les Levy in 11th, 12th, Anthony English, 13th, Jeff Crosby Jr. That is Andy Brigante, multiple laps down, scored in 23rd in the 13 machine. So now we have a large group here. 53 of Dave Hunt. Looks like he is going to hit pit road. Dave Hunt pitting from 10th place on the pit road. I'm not sure that anyone can make it on fuel from here, but it is very close. And the fact that Dave Hunt is coming down pit road by himself tells me he doesn't think anybody can make it. We'll see when these guys hit pit lane. Kody Neagles in the 6 is our race leader. They are closing in quickly on Robert Morrison. Now with 9 laps to go, keep in mind we will use 2 attempts at a green-white checkered if we need to. So as Neagles in the 6 continues to lead, he was last on pit road on lap 52. We're working lap 62 right now. We're working towards lap 62. We're on 61.9. Now we're on lap 62. Big grief, KR. Morrison stays down to the inside, as he is going to go a lap down here, down the back stretch. 8 laps to go. If this pack of cars can make it on fuel, they will have gone 18 laps. But I think if a caution comes out, they will not have enough fuel. They will need to come down, especially if it's a caution for a extended laps, but they are slowing down. Last time around, Kody Neagles turned a 49.05. His fast lap is a 46. So about 3 seconds slower. They are trying to save fuel. They are trying to stretch it, and that is why it took them multiple laps to close in on Robert Morrison. So Neagles doing a good job of keeping the pace just fast enough that everyone behind him is willing to ride around. And now with 6 laps to go, this is going to be close. It's going to be very, very close on fuel. Once again, another 49-second lap time around. So they're about still 3 seconds off their race pace. Morrison has a single car effort, really able to keep up with them. Neagles with a big slowdown going into the corners. Again, it seems like everyone's just content to try and ride around to stretch the fuel. So now it becomes who blinks first. 5 laps to go. Who's going to make the first move? Bubba Winningham on the pit road in the 66. He pits from 18th spot. Check in on these guys back here. This group, they are wide open. They are trying to close in. They are not slowing down. That is being led by the 62 of Les Levy. Now they can't make the same gamble that the 6 of Kody Neagles and the lead pack have. Neagles has about a 16-second gap that he can manage to the 62 of Les Levy, but Les Levy is having to burn a crap ton of fuel to get caught up. Neagles running 178 miles an hour, Les Levy running 188 miles an hour. So last time around, Neagles even went slower at a 49.3. They're just getting very slow out there. The 53 of Dave Hunt, we saw him come down pit road. He went behind the wall. His night is done. Dave Hunt in 25th, David Livingston in 26th. And troubles for Ivan Garcia, but he pulls it onto pit road before the yellow flag can come out. We now have 3 laps to go. Ladies and gentlemen, this one is getting close. Let's see what happened to Ivan Garcia in the 88. A single car spin that will not bring out a caution. He gets it pulled down below the yellow line and allows Lynn McNeese. Wow, that was so close. Almost had a caution there. 3 laps to go. Kody Neagles in the 6. Can he stretch his fuel? Who's going to make the first move and win? And here they come down to the bottom. 2 laps to go. Can we get to the end of this race without these guys running out of fuel? Or will the yellow flag come out before they can get to the white flag? Les Levy on the pit road. David Overstreet, David Booth, that whole group hitting pit lane. Kody Neagles in the 6th, who has tried to stretch his fuel, managed that gap. That second group of cars from 11th place on back has hit pit road. Here we go. Kody Neagles in the 6th. Can he get to the white flag and make it a 6 caution race? And Kody Neagles takes the white flag. I will take the bajillion dollars. Here we go. Final time around. Kody Neagles in the 6 has stretched his fuel as far as he can. Now it's time to try and drop the hammer. Nobody challenging him just yet. Last week's race winner, can he go 2 in a row? Lap traffic stays down to the inside. That's the 62 of Les Levy, who had made a pit stop. And Neagles still holding on to the race lead. Through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. They are still not full song. They are still trying to hold on to their fuel tanks. And here he comes. The driver of the 6, who stretched his fuel as far as he can, goes back to back. Kody Neagles winning the race as they crash behind them, the 2 of Nate Warren into the outside wall. But Neagles, Dawson Wise, and Gabe Butler, your podium finishing drivers here tonight. Wow, how about that, folks? Who saw that coming? 6 cautions on the night, and all of them coming very early on in the race. And Kody Neagles stretched his fuel tank. I have a feeling that he is out of fuel. And so as he works his way around to the front stretch, let's go ahead and go through the rest of our race results here very quickly. Kody Neagles, Dawson Wise, Gabe Butler, your top 3. We're going to talk to them here in just a second. Vicente Guerrero 4th. Sebastian Marin rounds out your top 5. Travis Elliott in 6th. 7th goes to Dana Shepard. 8th, Austin Green. 9th is Nate Warren. Anthony English rounds out your top 10. Richard Sanchez in 11th. Zach Fritsch 12th. 13th, Les Levy. David Overstreet 14th. 15th, Jeff Crosby Jr. 16th place goes to David Booth. 17th, Robert Morrison. 18th is Adam Kilday. 19th place going to go to Bubba Winningham. Andy Brigante 20th. 21st, Lynn McNeese. 22nd, Eric Laurie. 23rd, Jeff Crosby Sr. 24th, Ivan Garcia. Dave Hunt in 25th. 26th, David Livingston, and Alex Green 27th. So as the 6 and the 98 have pulled onto the front stretch, let's go ahead and kick off our post-race show. And let's fire it off by talking to our race winner, and that is the driver of the 6. Back-to-back wins for Kody Neagles. Kody, where's the burnouts? What's going on here?
I have no fuel left. I got 0.04, so my burnout would be a revving it up to like 4K RPMs and I'd be done.
What are 4K RPMs?
I don't know, you're KR.
I'm so KR, but what are 4 of me?
4KRs. 4 KRs.
Oh, and then the PMs?
Yeah, PMs, those are like what I try to send to women to pay attention to me, but they ignore me.
Oh, ouch. Well, hey, just tell them that you win a race every once in a while on Wednesday night.
And no one wants to hear about the nerd stuff we do on the side. I'll just keep that in my back pocket and tell them I'm some stud ball player that I'm not.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, nice job. What a great strategy call that you made there to try and stretch this fuel. Les Levy was running in 11th place. He was trying to track you guys down. He had to hit pit road. That whole group behind him had to hit pit road. But the 6, the 98, the 88, y'all decided you're going to stretch some fuel. Walk us through that, man.
Seabass and Gabe pitted a lap before us, so they were saying for me to go around, and because I think they were going to be able to make it, and I was like, all right. And then Dawson's like, no, just keep them in front, And I was like, no, we're not gonna play that game because I'm already locked in, so I'm gonna go in front of them and help Gabe. I know Seabass isn't in the playoffs, but I'm still gonna help Gabe every time I can. So they were able to save enough behind us to be able to make it, and then at that point, it's I mean, I wasn't going to say anything if Dawson wanted to pull out, and I was kind of expecting him to, but he said he was just afraid if he did that he was going to get hung out on, like, they would try to take us 3 wide and it was going to shoot us straight back. So I think he was just content with P2, a good points night, and getting him closer to the round of 8.
Yeah, he came in 2 points above the cut line. You know, you won the race last week, so you are already locked in. But a solid second place run for Dawson Wise going to move him up, you know, that pecking order. But at the same time, I do think if he makes the move, he gets everyone else starting to think that they got to do something, and it starts shuffling everyone around. So maybe the right call was to stay behind.
Again, I wasn't going to fight him because I know that a win would have locked him in, but it wasn't like he had Vicente behind him where he could have been like, all right, you know, then I would have been like, all right, go around me, you know, you got it. If he makes that move on me, it honestly kind of makes both of us vulnerable. So it's just a tough decision, because if I was him, I probably would have went for it. But then again, you know, P2 gets him, it doesn't get him locked in by any means, but it gets him well on the way. And I don't know what the point situation is looking like, but I have to think that, you know, Dawson and Vince both have to be looking pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say so. After where they finished, things aren't looking too bad for them. But man, once again, congratulations on the race win. Anything you'd like to add to it here tonight?
I want to give you a shout out for always calling the OP races. I want to give a shout out especially to the OP admins for everything they do behind the scenes, and the Dale Cup teammates that I was running with tonight. Dawson, Vince, Austin Green, and then we were also working with Seabass and Gabe and Eric there. So just a good run by all of us to make sure we got our heads together and ensure we're all going to make it and, you know, be able to get good finishes out of it.
All right, man. Well, nice job. And once again, congratulations on the race win.
Thank you.
All right, now let's move on to our driver who finished in second place. And that is my partner in crime on Monday night, Dawson Wise. Got your ears on, bud?
Yeah, KR, what's up?
Hey, someone told me that Big Hickory here found a way to bring it home in second place.
Oh, man. I needed that one. I came in tonight really close to the cut line, and I knew I needed stage points, and then just to have a good run, no matter if that meant winning or pushing my buddy to the win there. And I needed a second or something like that, and it was the night I needed, so I feel better going into next week.
Well, this 98 does come home in second place. Stages are hard for me to track. We know Gabe Butler won the stage. Where'd you finish in stage?
Fifth. I went fifth in stage 1, so I got the 6 points from that too. So it was a really, really great points night, really, for our whole team. Pretty much all 3 of our guys that are in the playoffs had really good nights.
Well, man, nice job. A solid second place run here. How nervous were you on the fuel when everyone was trying to stretch it?
I'll tell you, it was close. I actually am out right now, sitting on the start-finish line. I ran out when I started doing Kody's burnouts for him, because he ran out right when we took the checkered flag. I had about a lap, a little less than that to the good. Gabe and Seabass were actually closer than that. That's why they got behind us there. But we were all up front really, really close. So coming to the white flag, I was telling Kody, I was like, man, I might run out on the backstretch, but I'm going to give you what I got. And luckily it was enough to get around and take the checker flag.
Well, a solid second place run, man. Nice job. Congratulations. Anything else you need to add?
Thank you for broadcasting. Thanks to my teammates tonight, Kody, Vince, and Austin. We had Austin Green running with us tonight, and it's good to have him on Wednesdays. He was a nice asset there on that restart, and helping us with fuel numbers, helping us with pit strategy, and all that, and balancing us out in the playoffs. I think that's about it. We're headed to next week. Gonna look to repeat and get myself in the round of 8.
All right, man. Well, hopefully we'll see you there. You got one more race to go, but a good points haul for you here tonight.
Thanks, Kara.
That is Dawson Wise, driver of the 98, bringing it home in second place. But now it's time to talk to our third and final step of the podium. He was our stage winner, and he was our quick time qualifier, and he does finish on the third and final step of the podium. That is none other than the beautiful, the handsome, man, I wish I was him, the 88 of Gabe Butler. How you doing, buddy?
I think my car's more handsome than I am. How about that?
Well, solid third place run for you here tonight. You win the stage, you come home in third, an excellent points haul for you here in this race.
Yeah, really good points night. That was important because I was a few points below the cut line there, so tonight should make up some spots hopefully, but hated having to give up the lead there, but we didn't have a choice. Myself and Seabass, we weren't going to make it. We had to get in behind Dawson and Kody and just sit there. We might have been able to push a little bit at the end, but I was so close I didn't want to take the chance and didn't want to get too greedy, so I'll take P3 tonight here at this with this car and this track. So
yeah, walk us through those last few laps as everyone really was slowing down to try and get to the end of the race on a fuel tank that was starting to run dry.
We had to do a lot of saving. I don't know about Seabass, but I know I was a half a gallon short, and so he called it like we were a little bit through the run, and he said, we got to get in line because he couldn't make it, and he was behind me, and I certainly couldn't make it. So he probably had to save maybe a tenth or two, maybe 3/10. I know I had to save a half a gallon, and we ended up getting it done. So you got to hate these fuel races, man. You just got to sit in line. There's really no racing, but it's just the way that the cautions fell, I believe. So, and ended up 6th caution. I was wrong in my interview. I thought there'd be more cautions, and correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think there was after the stage.
There was not. The house called 6 cautions, and there were 6 cautions on the night.
Yeah, that's good. I wasn't hoping for cautions, mind you. So I'm glad we didn't have any cautions.
But yeah, well, man, a nice job. A solid third place run. Great points haul for you here tonight. Before we let you go, anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, just the shout out to Seabass for the help there, and of course Dawson and Kody for letting me get in behind them. They were close on fuel too, but I think they had enough, so I appreciate their help also. And of course, again, Eric, my boot knocker teammate, OP for putting this on, and of course yourself at Turn 3 Racing Network, KR. It's always a blast going back and listening to you, man. You're a trip.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate that, and nice job out here tonight.
Thank you, my brother.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our third place finisher, Gabe Butler, here tonight with a stage win, third place. Came in below the cut line. I think when it's all said and done, he'll find himself above the cut line. So with that being said, guys, nothing left but the crying. No, nothing left but the fat lady. No, wait. Somebody somewhere said there was a pig and a whale and a fat lady and an opera. But I have no idea where this joke is going. So guys, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you all enjoyed the show. How about that finish? Because that was wild to see them stretch the fuel as far as they did. So until next Wednesday night, where we are at the final race of the Championship 12, when we will end up with our 8 drivers who advance. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you next week. So for tonight, thank you so much, and I will see you next week.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.